So first, today's thing is about soil preparation. Then we go to perhaps seeing what tissue culture we have done in school. There'll be a next session on how to enrich soil further. Because the soil that's there in our country back home, everything is present in the soil. Whether it's India, whether it's Pakistan, whether it's Jordan, South Africa, all of the places, we have all these ingredients in the soil. But in desert sand, we don't find those ingredients. So what are those ingredients? Living microbes in the soil. So the soil which has bacteria, the soil which has beneficial fungus, these are the things that actually makes the soil healthy. One is the soil itself, which needs the right pH value and all of that scientific things. But inside soil, there are microbes. There's bacteria, there is fungus growing inside the soil. So in every area of the school, you will find these blue drums covered with jute cloth. Okay, inside is the tissue culture. One drum is for bacteria, one drum is for fungus. So we actually grow that. And these, when they go into the soil, they prepare their own colony. And this colony is what protects the plants from diseases. Bacteria will help in converting the nutrients from the soil and give it to the plants. And fungus is something that protects the plant from any fungal diseases. So these two are very beneficial in the soil, and this is what we have artificially cultured, and it's there in big amount around the school now. This year, inshallah, we'll get maybe double or triple the output because the colonies must have expanded. So this session of bacteria fungus will be our next session that we will take. Alright, now to prepare the soil, we need soil as soil. Okay, that's number one. First, we'll get the red soil that is available in desert. So because it's a desert and our focus is for desert plantation. Now this is a 100-liter grow bag. Can you see this? 100 liters written. First, you should estimate what is the volume. Liters is volume. This grow bag is all-season grow bag. It stays for 5 years, 10 years. Nothing will happen to this bag. This bag has holes already all over at the bottom and on the sides also. You can put some holes so that there is breathing that is possible. And 40% soil means if you have 100 liters bag to be filled with 40% of soil. Right now I've kept it ready for you. So we'll take equal amount of desert sand. They call it as sweet sand in desert. Okay, it's a red sand. Ras Al Khaimah sand is very popular. This is not the soil that you find in the desert thing, but it's a soil which is good for plants, okay, but doesn't have any nutrition. But it's a good pH controlled soil. So you get it from Ras Al Khaimah basically. In the grow bag, what will happen is when you water, it will become sticky. Okay, so it's not a good idea to use the soil like this. So if you get soil from the market, put it in the grow bag, put your plants in. After some days, you will find that the plant may die because it can't breathe. So to breathe is what our next step is going to be. Now after this, so this is called perlite. Okay, so whenever the plants need water, it just releases that as much as it wants. So you don't need to water every day. So the acidity level of the soil will also be reduced. So we'll put this. The perlite content, like 40% is soil. Then we have this perlite which is 5%. Not too much. So we'll mix this also. And so if there is perlite, means don't put too much water, because whatever water you put, after 3-4 days you can put the next. This is the next thing, which is called vermiculite. Nothing to do with worm. It absorbs minerals and releases minerals when plants need it. Something very similar to perlite. So it's better to put this because it will soak the minerals into this and release it when it's needed for the plants. So it's a very useful thing to do. It's also light and it serves equal function as perlite. Now, usually after you do this, we'll put cocoa peat. It's coconut coir fiber, and this absorbs lot of water content. So when you mix this in the soil, you really don't have to water the plants every day. So you should water only when you dip your finger inside the soil, and if your finger comes out dry, then you water. So that's the secret of grow bag thing. Okay. So this is 30% cocoa peat, 40% soil with 30% cocoa peat. So we have come to 40, 30, 5% vermiculite and 5% perlite. So when you create this soil mix, when with your students also, if you do, make sure you just rub this with your hand like this. You saw the color now changed from what it was before, and it will become dry because cocoa peat, perlite, vermiculite will absorb all the moisture that's existing, and it should become this way, very soft. You see, like this, it should free flow. The soil before, it's not easy to flow like this. Now is your manure time. Okay, so the main nutrition is this with cow dung. This cow dung is dry, no smell, but it will have dust. So you can just cover your nose while we just... This is 20%. So you see this cow dung, this should be like this, like soil. That means it's decomposed. So this is from earthworms, expensive to get in desert climate. But once you put this, the earthworms will start, there will be some eggs inside and the earthworms will grow themselves. So it really makes the soil fertile. Okay, now percentage wise everything is done. This is a pure potting mix for you, okay? And if you want, you can wash your hands later, but you can just feel the soil. Normal soil and this soil is very different. Okay, so this is the soil mix. Now, this soil mix needs to be protected. So the first protection, organically, our thing is all organic. There's no chemical. This is one thing you should tell your children. No chemical fertilizer at all. So everything is organic. Usually back in our country, we put a particular fungus called trichoderma. Okay? Trichoderma has two varieties. Trichoderma viridi and Trichoderma hazerium. Now what if you don't have trichoderma? So I have another remedy for you. Turmeric powder. It's antifungal, you know, the antifungal properties of turmeric. That's why we put it in our food also. So this is antifungal equivalent to trichoderma, and you just put that in the soil. There is also another benefit. Do you remember your grandmothers telling you if there are ants around in the house, what do? If there are ants in the house, black ants, red ants, you just put turmeric powder, they run away. Okay, and this wood ash is a rich source of potassium. It's called potash. Okay, so the ash that comes is also antifungal in nature, add lot of potassium. Now you'll say, what is this potassium and all? We'll come to that later. this is what the plants love more than anything that you put here. So this is sustainability. So whatever is here, when it decomposes, is an automatic source of nutrition to the plants. So anytime you fill up a grow bag, make sure have all the dried leaves first. So we'll put this almost half. So if you see all the plants that we had here, they are all used up into our ecosystem only. We didn't do anything from outside. Okay, now have a look at this grow bag, all of you. You can see it's now filled with dry leaves. When you put soil into this, you will not need as much soil if you would have filled it without the leaf. Okay? And never fill the bag completely, because you're going to add a lot of things during the journey of plant growth. Now you can actually lift this. You see, otherwise to lift this 100 liter would be a problem. Any lady can try. So yes, Valeria, you can try. The whole idea is to not make it heavy, because if it's heavy, then it beats the purpose of why grow bag is required. The balconies will become too heavy then, right? So this is how the soil preparation would be. So now your children, please teach them how to make a soil like this. This is available now. Now when you do a project, making your own soil and then growing something in it, let's see how successful we can be. So whatever I have learned, I'll try to tell you, and you propagate it through children. I feel this is all Allah's blessings for all of us. We should just reap benefits of it. So it has a wide range of application, not only through philosophy that we talk, but I think God's creation, you can make it alive even in desert climate.